How are you this evening? Angie is right on time. Hey,
Girl,
ladies.
she
Hey,
is.
girl.
Auntie be having her popcorn and everything ready
Right.
for
Like,
us.
I'm
We
ready
love
for
you,
this. I'm ready.
Angie.
Yes, we do. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Ah,
So, I am here. My name is Nikki Jules, if just in case you're new listening. And I am here with the lovely Latrina.
hello,
Say
hello,
hi.
everybody.
Okay, that's Latrina and Miss Latanya Michelle. I threw that. Yeah.
That's
Okay,
right.
go
Get your
girl.
pageant ways.
I
Get your
Yes.
like how
pageant
y'all
ways.
say my name. Say my name. Say
Michelle.
my name.
Yes. Uh-oh, she said hot stuff and Pepsi ready. I hear
I know
that.
that's right. I know
Yes.
that's right.
Okay. So I'm sure you're all here. We put the post out there. We are talking about negative Nancy's and no hope Bobs and just people that got issues, period. Miserable people, right? And what's interesting is that I would say that we shouldn't even give them the time of day, let alone the show, but we do need to talk about it because we need to know how we're going to deal with this, how we're going to stay away from these people, and how we're going to manage throughout the rest of this year without all of that. So here we go. Ladies, hello.
Yes.
Y'all
Hey.
told me, yeah. All
Yes.
right.
Hey. What's
All right,
up?
come on, wake up.
Yes. We're just listening.
Woo.
We're just
We,
listening.
we
Right.
just, you said, ladies, we waiting for what?
Right. We waiting for if you got a question for us or
Right.
what.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just say a quote, and we can elaborate on this, right? It's there's a quote that says, "Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution." Right? Okay. So, Trina, what's going on? What's up with the negative people in your life, or do you
First of
have
all,
negative people in your
oh,
life?
absolutely. Absolutely. So I have it.
And Miss Latanya Michelle.
I have it from work to family to girlfriends and guy friends. So for me, I always try to look at the glass half full. I never try to look at it half empty. And I'm just a cheerful person all the time.
Mm,
So I just really try to stay cheerful all the time. Smiling is like my favorite thing to do. But
right.
girl, I have some friends that some are friends and some are associates. Their only conversation is just some negative shit. Whether it is their family they're talking about or they can't find a man and something is wrong with every man. Every single man that they come across, it's a
Mm,
problem.
mm.
But and then some family members like that, good morning, how are you? Oh God, I could be better,
Oh,
something is wrong with every man. I'm like, damn, can we just like, I'm good. Can I just want these negative people to have one good day, just one good day. That's it. And it gets on my nerves because I find myself, and I've had to cut some of them off because they're so negative. I find myself getting consumed in their negative shit.
right.
So I've just had to back away. Some I've cut off completely. I don't even talk to them anymore. So it's just I don't know. I don't know why people are like that, and maybe their life is that messed up. But to me, if you woke up, then
Yep,
that's good enough for me. I got it after that. So
absolutely. Latanya,
I'm not dealing with negative people in 2021, so I've cut people off. I,
so what does cut people off mean?
It means you don't deal with them. It means you love them from a distance. It means you stop taking their calls. It means that you block them. It means that you walk away. I mean, it's that. Listen, I had to make myself a priority, and I love people. I love people. I have a great girlfriend that we talk every day, and we have another girlfriend in common. And she was like, "You really don't talk to her." I listen. I mean, I know she's going through some things or whatever, but my the way my life is set up, I'm trying to live. I'm 50 years old. I don't need nothing giving me high blood pressure that I didn't cause myself. I don't
right.
need any extra drama. I don't need my family's approval to just jump aboard when they got something negative. So I don't really care. Love them, but stay away from me. I go. Bye.
So do you have a conversation with them, Latanya? Like
Nope.
you're just
Nope.
done. Period.
I
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, I can.
Why? Because
Oh,
they're not going to listen. They're in their own world. Let them be who they are. Like, I am not trying to change nobody in this season.
yeah. There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff out there about how, when you try to explain yourself to people, it's a dead issue because they'll never get it, and
They,
it's just something that they will never get. I personally have I've even like used to have to stop myself when I realized, at one point, what my girlfriend and I, we was always talking about these dudes and how they're not doing
it's a
this and
problem.
that and
Mhm.
whatever.
But
And it's
and
just,
there's
but
some
we
family members
realized,
like that.
there about how, what is that?
I hear us.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I
Go.
fixed it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. um, hey, I realized that a lot of people, I'm sorry, let me go back to my original thought. We realized that we need to stop talking about that stuff, after a while, because it's emotionally draining. When you constantly hear stuff from people, constantly hear about all their bad news. And I mean, I've been the person that's done it too, and I've had to stop myself. You know what? We're not going to give the energy anymore to these people. Let's talk about something happy. Let's talk about business. Let's talk about making money. Let's focus on ourselves. I've had to do some of those conversations recently. We're just not going to give that the negative people in our lives the energy anymore. Because these people, what I realize is that they're sleeping in their beds at night. They're cool. They're cool on us. So hell, we need to be cool on them. So
I can
um,
be cool on you. Just leave me alone. Just stop coming around me and stop calling me and stop. Just stop. Period. Altogether.
They'll
And I
stop if
try to.
you put that boundary up. They ain't gonna have no choice but to stop because you put that
Right.
boundary up.
But of course, my save the world ass, feel the need to like listen to their sob shit and then get off the phone and be like, you know what? I just want to slip my own damn wrist because this is just ridiculous. This is totally ridiculous. But and I also feel like they don't have anybody to talk to, and sometimes I do try to get them to understand what
cheer
they're
up.
doing. Yeah, I do. And then I'm like, girl, I can't do it. I'll call
There's
you
a
back,
reason why
girl.
they don't have
Yeah.
nobody to talk to. They done built that up themselves. There's a reason.
Yeah, I had a friend one time. Let me explain this. I had a friend one time. I know she needed to get out. I even said, "Look, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it." The day of, something happened with her car. I said, "Don't even worry about it. I'll come pick you up." No, I got to take care of this thing with my car. Like, I mean, she wasn't gonna really get it taken care of that day, but all of that took her out
Yeah.
mentally. I'm like, girl, come out, have a good time. You're going to deal with that tomorrow anyway. You can't really deal with it tonight. Nobody's fixing your car tonight. Don't worry about it. No, and I was like, you know what? That's the last time I'm asking her to go anywhere. That was it. Like my patience window has gone down because it's like some people, they thrive off of misery. They thrive off of having a bunch of problems. It's like when one problem is solved and you want to celebrate, the next thing you know is something else.
Right.
It's like, well, goddamn, like, are you bringing this? Are you bringing this on yourself?
Right.
Hold on, we got some
I can
comments.
see that. I can see that part. Like with if you worry or something, and because I'm that one be like, no, I don't feel like going out. I gotta figure this in. You know what I mean? That's different. To me, that's different. Someone who always has a negative thought and thinks, oh, it's not gonna get better and stuff like this or whatever. But I can get with somebody who I mean,
Wait, say that again.
it almost sounds like that person was worrying. You know what I mean? I know that's wrong too, but I think worrying is different than being negative all the time.
Yeah,
It's-
I think
I
worrying is one
guess.
thing, but
Yeah.
if you worried about every damn thing all the time and everything you're worrying about is a disaster all the time,
Right,
I think that's negativity. I
right.
do.
But it's
I
not
don't
a
think.
disaster because they don't want to go out.
No,
I
I'm not
mean,
saying not because they don't want to go out. I'm just saying they have a disaster every day.
oh, okay.
So I'm not
Okay.
saying
Every
because
time you
no,
speak to
I'm not
them.
saying right.
Oh,
Every time you
okay.
talk to them, I get
Okay.
that one time maybe I don't want to go out. I've never had that issue, but I'm just saying, I get it. You know, going out usually makes me feel better, but
Right.
I
Right.
get you may not want it to go out that one time, but every time, all the time, then to me, that's
Well, it was one of those things where this it wasn't the first time. It wasn't the first time. Okay, so hold on. We got some comments. Let's see. Angie said, people are blessed and don't even know it. Negative folks, yep, back away. Krishna, hey, Dorinda Lewis. Who is that? Oh, you so she's so funny. Okay. Stephanie says, nope, nope, and nope. I'm not even loving them from a distance. I have lost two of my long time friends last year. I don't know why. Didn't ask and have not lost any sleep. All right.
Right.
Shelly, that's how Shelly said, right? Brittany, Bridget said, hey, ladies, there are some people you just can't please no matter what. And oh, Krishna says, some people just thrive in being a victim.
oh my God, that's another
That's it right
girlfriend.
there.
That is
That's it.
another girlfriend. So I had a good girlfriend. I moved here 18 years ago and I met two people who lived on the same cul-de-sac. Well, I didn't meet two people. I met one and then the other introduced me to the other. But anyway, this lady, every single thing, she was the victim. You are so, I mean, her whole life was negative. Everything that, and I get it. She was a domestic violence, you know, I get all of that. But she never had an ounce of happiness ever.
Damn.
We traveled, we, girl, we went all the way to Miami. We would have to beg her to go out to dinner, to go to the pool, to the every single thing. And it was just like, why did you
Why
come?
she go on a trip? Yeah.
Why did you come? Why? I mean, but I
See, that's
feel
your
like
fault.
it
That's
is.
y'all's fault.
It is.
Y'all
Kathy
knew
saved
her
them.
personality
We
and
did,
y'all still brought her. Nope.
but
Mm.
we tried to. We thought taking her some out of the environment would make a difference. That's what we thought. Girl, please. It followed her. Followed her. It was just so. Yeah, she's always the victim, and I just had to be like, you know what? I got to save myself from you because this
Mm.
is just it was just too much. It was just way too much for me. And I just don't like talking to people that every single thing in your life is just bad. I mean, and I get that maybe bad things, a lot of bad things can happen to people all the time, but I don't know. I just feel like you should be happy about something. Whether if you have children, just focus on that and be happy about that. Or I don't know. I just feel like you could find something to be happy about at some point. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but but some people like let me oh, this is a funny story. I remember I was dating this guy, right? Everything was good for 2 weeks. The next week he lost his wallet, right? And I was like, oh, and he was like, oh, but I need money to what he said, I need money to pay some bill, whatever, like that. And I was like, oh, well, you could just take your ID down, and I mean, well, he lost his wallet. I said you could just go to the bank, go to DMV or whatever. They're open to what like I even looked it up because he's like, oh, I just started this job, I can't take days off. I was like, well, they're open up on Saturday. He
Well, he's
just
scamming you.
That's
exactly,
what I was
hell
about to
yeah.
say. That's
He's
he found
scamming you.
exactly
every
Right.
what
he
I was
found
about to say.
he found every excuse in the world why he couldn't do it. And then he finally got his little thing together. Then the next thing, it was something else, and it was something else, it was something else. I was like, okay, either something's wrong with him mentally, or he just have a lot of problems that just decided to surface out of the blue.
Or
Scam artist. He's a
or
scam
like
Yeah, or
artist.
he
somebody
was
said, it
being a
was a
scam
scam.
artist.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
He's
yeah.
playing you right.
Yeah, or he was trying to, because I, I
Yeah.
I I peeped that game quick, and it was like, damn, man, he just got too many problems. So okay, so let's talk about how you. I mean, I know Latanya, you say you just leave them alone, but do you really just ghost people? Do you have conversations with people, Trina?
I do. I do, girl, because
But
I'm
you
a
don't end it
talker.
with, and this is why we can't talk anymore. I mean,
Sometimes, yes,
yeah.
I do. I do
That's
because
cold. I think
so
that's cold.
I mean, so here's the thing, because I'm like a communicator, so I never want to just go somebody and they not know why. I told you years ago, this guy told me that shit wasn't cool. He was like, if you call yourself a communicator, you need to communicate your actions. So I was like, okay. So yeah, I have told people that, you just too much for me. My energy is too much for yours or your spirit, or I can't go there with you all the time, and you're bringing me down. So to save myself, and I think the words I use is I have to save myself from you. And in order to do that, I have to back away, and I have to give you some space. And I love you, but I just can't. I can't be around you anymore because it doesn't do me any good
And
at
how
all.
did they and how did they receive that?
They were very angry, very angry. Her feelings were very hurt, and she just could not believe that I didn't want to be her friend anymore.
It's almost like a how dare you? Like, who the hell do you
Yeah,
think you are? That's why I don't even explain or nothing, because it's like, I'm not telling you to stop being you. Keep being you. Operate the way that you want, live your life. I'm just not going to be a part of it. And I don't feel like I need to explain anything to you, because you don't think you're doing anything wrong. And I want you to keep being you. Like, I just choose to come out.
but
Like,
see, the first thing I did is I ghosted her. That's what I did. I stopped answering her calls. I stopped talking to her. When she would invite me out, I wouldn't go. I stopped inviting her places. So I tried to do all that, you know, not all of that first. And, she sent me this long text about why don't I, call her anymore and all this. And then I had to just say, look, here's why.
that's different.
You
That's
know,
different.
Dorinda
so
said, I just tell people to lose my number.
Right.
see,
Like, for real. Like,
I
thank you,
don't
Dorinda.
know.
Like, I'm like,
I just come from a world that you just talk things
listen.
out like adults.
Listen,
Hey, Dad.
you know what I find out when you have those conversations? You keep having those conversations.
That's true.
And I'm
That's
Mm.
very
like,
true.
listen, we already know you there, I'm here. We don't go together. It doesn't mean that I'm better than you. It doesn't mean you're better than me. It just means that you're supposed to live your life and I'm supposed to live my life apart.
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
Girl,
Be
it got
gone.
it got
So
so
is there
bad with
any
one of my
reconciliation?
girlfriends. I was just about to
Baby,
say it got
listen.
so bad with one of my girlfriends that another girlfriend had to like call a meeting with us and be the mediator. And
Mm.
yeah, so I mean, and I even after that, I tried, but it was the same energy. And like Latanya said, you are who you are, so you just got to do that over there.
And we got to understand that people grow apart. You
That's
know,
true.
we could try to fix it. A lot of times
Yeah,
we could try to fix it, and we may fix it for a good 3 months, but the truth comes to light. You really don't like that person, or you really have a problem with that person. And let's stop faking the funk. We don't get along. It's a jealousy, it's something that's involved, and you just gotta be like, screw it, live your life, and I'm gonna live mine, because I'm not gonna stop being the Tiny Michelle for none of y'all. So
You brought up a good point. Jealousy, the word jealousy. Do you think a lot of negative people in your life are jealous of you?
I don't really think it's jealousy. I would say
yeah,
animosity. And I don't even think it's that they think that they even want my life. I think it's more of a challenged life. It challenges them to be the best who they are. It's not that, you know what I mean? Like,
I
you
Yeah.
do
got
think
it.
it's
You can't just hang with certain people and just
right
stay how you are. You
and
got to
stay
step
stuck.
your game
Right.
up, or else you ain't gonna have nothing to talk about.
Right. But I do think a portion of it is jealousy, not jealousy of you, but jealousy of your happiness, how happy you can be through bad times. So
Right,
that portion they probably wish they could be or knew how to push
right,
past it.
right,
So I
right.
do think that they're jealous of that aspect of you.
And
But
how
I
you
don't,
handle things,
yeah,
probably.
yeah, yeah. How you
Yeah.
maneuver through your issues. I think they're jealous of that, hoping or wishing that they could do that and they couldn't. So maybe envious or something.
Yeah, that's what Shelly just said. Shelly
Yeah,
just said envious. Yep.
yeah. I think that might be what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that before, and I've had some hateration on me before because of that, and I just laughed. I'm like, look, I mean, I literally had to break down and tell her, say, look, I go through shit too. I cry. I'm a crybaby. I got stuff going on in the background. Sometimes I got money issues and other things are happening all at once. It's just how I choose to show up and deal with it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't have to like say it all, spill all my daggone business on Facebook Oh, another bad day.
Right.
Oh, another day. And then all of a sudden you got 1,000 comments. Girl, we praying for you. What's wrong?
I'm good.
It's like,
Right.
no, I just choose to, I know that the issue won't be for long.
Right.
And I choose at that moment, okay, what am I going to do? Wallow in my despair, or I'm going to just keep it moving,
Right.
right? I have to be happy. I have to keep a smile on my face. Everybody got bills. There will always be something that comes up. It's just life. It's just a matter of how you choose to deal with it. And some people are actually jealous of that. How
Yeah.
you deal with stuff. Why has somebody inboxed me and said, well, dang, do you ever have a bad day? You always happy. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, really?
See, I would have been like delete, block, whatever, remove.
Right?
You can't be you can't you see, okay, here's the thing. First of all, you can't
That's a
ask me to just
compliment.
know anything.
I would
Exactly.
have took that as a compliment. I
I
wouldn't have
took it
been
as a
I mean,
offended by
I
delete.
that.
didn't take it. I didn't
Delete.
take it as like a negative
Delete.
thing, but I just explained. I explained what I just explained to you guys. I just choose to deal with stuff differently. You know. Question. Negative people when they let's talk about social media. When they put all that stuff up there on Facebook and all that other stuff like that. Oh,
Girl, they
I
just
wish.
want attention.
Yeah, well, that's what Christian
I
said. She
don't
said they're
agree.
also attention
I don't
seekers.
agree.
Being a victim is easier than facing your truth.
I
Mm.
don't agree. I think that people, I think that's the purpose of Facebook that you're allowed to. Some people don't have anybody to turn to. Some people don't have people to talk to, and sometimes they need that.
But do
I
you
think
put it
that
out publicly or you inbox?
you can put it publicly if
She's
you want
saying,
to. That's the point of Facebook. Like, Facebook is about people. Who are we to decide what somebody do and how somebody's supposed to be?
We're not. I'm asking the question. Do you
Yeah.
negative people
That
that you
doesn't
know are
make them
negative?
negative because
okay,
they put
wait,
stuff up there.
but
That
you're
doesn't make them
saying,
negative.
so Nikki, are you saying people that we know are negative and they put
Yes.
okay, so that's
Yes.
what she's saying. So we already know that these people who are putting certain things up are negative. So she's saying these people are
A
negative.
place for to vent for some. I get
Right.
that. I have vented on Facebook about people and their daggone resumes with typos. It was like complaint number 2063
I just
40
feel
100 million.
I just feel I just feel like I don't think it's fair. I think everybody is gonna be how they are. Even if you are negative Nancy, if that's who you
Right,
are, do your own thing. Who am I to sit there and judge you? Who am I to sit there and say what you're doing wrong?
right.
Guess what? You might be ready to kill yourself. I don't know what's going on in your house. I have no idea. So if you need to post, post. If you need support, because I don't know the details. But what I do know is what I'm willing to take and what I'm not. But I'm not knocking anything that you
No,
do.
I'm not gonna
You as
not. It's a question. What do we think about it? What does the
but
audience
it's
think
like,
about it?
but we don't have a right to think it's not. I mean,
No, yes, you do. You have the right to think whatever you
no,
want
no,
to
we
think.
have a right to
You
decide if
can't
we're going to
judge.
deal with it or not.
You
Well,
We
we
don't get to
do.
get,
We do. It's
we
it
have,
put it so are you saying like I mean cuz I mean at least for me the Facebook people that are mostly that I accept are people that I know or have some association with, right? I don't have to speak to them intimately or whatever like that. But if
right.
I know somebody is usually a negative person, if they constantly putting out negative stuff, because sometimes it's negative stuff, it's not like I know the difference. But I think we all know the difference between a cry for help and just being negative. You know what I
I
mean?
don't
Like
think
I like for
so.
example, I know
I don't think
somebody that
so.
associate what about people that say, well, you know how women are or you know how men are. Like
They,
that's
they,
gen
but do you
Go
want,
ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying so I feel like some people that start off stuff like that, well, you know, mostly women and y'all how y'all do or what you know, those conversations that start off where they're about to generalize a group of people based on their experiences,
I think we all do that.
but
I think
in
we
a
all do
negative
that.
way.
Y'all just did it for somebody who's the negative people. That's why, but you still deal with them. You're still around them. That's what, so it's not them, it's you because you guys decide to still, you can't,
well, I agree
you
with that.
understand what I'm saying? Let
Right.
them be who they are. We can't control who nobody
But
is.
we can
We can
control
only
us.
control
Yeah,
our
Right.
I
space.
get
Right.
that.
I'm not going
I
to
get
tell
that.
you, Latrina, you could be, I'm just giving an example. You could be a type
Damn,
of
why I gotta
woman
be the example?
I'm just saying, you could be a woman who sleep with a different man every single night. but that's how you live your life. Listen,
Right. Well, I don't care.
that's not for
Yeah.
me.
Right.
And every day you can post a different picture about, it's not for me to determine whether that's wrong or right. If that's what you want to do as a grown woman that's got your own business, do it.
Right.
Right.
I get to choose if I don't want to deal with it, if I don't want to see it. But I'm not going to be like, oh, Latrina is a hoe and so and so. No, for what? That
Right. Well,
Trina
that's
ain't
what
with
a
no
negative
face.
person would do, though.
But I
Yes,
guess
that's what a
so.
negative person.
So the whole thing with social media is we have options. The
We
Right.
do.
option is to scroll, delete, block, pass through, all of that. So I guess whatever people post, it's their page. So
Right.
they can post whatever they want to post on their page. We determine how we're going to react to that, if at
Right.
all.
And it's
Right.
not just with social media. It's
So
the people that we have in our lives. It's
yeah,
our jobs. It's the people that we date.
right.
We will be the first ones to sit there and say that's negative what they do. But when we do the same thing, it's negative, but we don't see that we do it.
Right. Right.
So we
That's
have
true
got to
too.
But I would hope someone, I mean, and that's why I guess I do talk to people that I feel are being negative, because if I am exemplifying any of that behavior, I would want someone to tell me. Like my sister had to tell me the other day, she's like, Trina, just stop. Just let it go. And because I was like going 100 miles an hour for whatever we were doing, and moving quickly, because it was, you know, I felt like that's what I needed to do. And she had to tell me, I know that you're doing it out of love. I know that you're trying to help, and I get why you're doing it, but you have to let it go. You have to
listen.
just, so I hope somebody
Would
talks to
tell
me.
you.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying. So that's why I feel like these negative people, if they mean anything to me. Now, if you don't mean nothing to me, I don't give a damn what you do and how you act. But if you mean something to me, then yes, I feel not obligated, but out of the love I have for you being in my life, I do feel like I should have a conversation with you, because just like you said, they may not even know.
Or they may not think that they're negative. So I mean,
Exactly.
just because you think they negative don't mean that they think they negative. So you gotta
Right.
decide. You know what I mean? You gotta decide. Sometimes we think something about people that's none of our damn business. And we
You
gotta make
telling
those
me,
decisions.
if you are telling me your business, if you are telling me and asking me for my opinions, and you're calling me with these issues, you have made it my business, which means that I can give you my
No,
opinion.
no, they haven't made it to your business.
Then what you telling me
Well,
for?
well,
That is
yeah.
no,
What are
no,
you
no,
telling
no,
me
no,
Well,
for?
no,
that
no,
you
no.
know
They
that
have
this
not.
is
Listen,
controversy.
they
Hey,
have
people,
not
we want
made
to know what y'all feel about what she's saying here.
Yeah, what
Go
you telling
ahead.
me for?
that. They're not making it your business. They just sitting there voicing and telling you or
Talk
So,
whatever.
so
to
this
me.
is
Don't talk
okay.
to me. Yeah,
Okay.
don't
So
talk to me
hold
'cause
on. I do want to hear from the people. That's a very good thing, because we have what you just said. We have that a lot in our little girlfriend groups. And guys, I don't know if y'all go through this. Hey, Rondell, but yeah, what you just said. Do you feel obligated, or you feel like you could have an opinion because somebody is dishing to you? Right? They're telling you all that business and stuff like that. Latanya, on the other hand, is saying, no. But you know what, though? I had this argument with a friend before, because she was telling me certain things, and I responded. And then I decided I'm not going to respond. And then
Right.
she got
I'm tired
mad.
of it.
And I
Right.
said, no, she got mad because I didn't respond. And I said, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to be, I don't know if you need me to just listen, or you need me to respond. Which
Right.
one is it? You know what I'm saying? And I had to say that, because sometimes your friends do just need you to listen
Yeah.
and not respond.
Right.
But I don't
And
know. I don't know. I mean, I know as a friend, you're probably thinking like, well, I'm an ear, but here's my opinion. But see, I feel like I feel like I can't give certain opinions. Like, so when I was married, I wouldn't mind giving a married person opinions, right? But now that I'm not married, I don't give married people opinions.
I don't give
I
you
don't
an
give
opinion.
advice. I mean,
I give you opinions, but it still ain't none of my business. I'll be honest with you. You ask me, I'm gonna tell you what I think, and it's gonna go in one ear and out the other. Because
but
what
what
you
happens when they don't ask?
but then I
They're
don't
telling
say
you.
anything, huh?
They don't ask, but they're telling you. This is what Trina's saying. Her friend tells her stuff all the time, and she feels that she has something to say, she's gonna say it.
Well, this is what my sister told me. So my sister called one of my sisters. I'm a fixer. They
Right.
remember Scandal, Olivia Pope. That's actually they call me that in my family. I'm a fixer. So when you call me, you're calling me to fix something. But
Right.
one of my sisters had to tell me, Trina, when she called, Trina, I am telling you because I want you to listen. I
Mm.
don't want you to fix it. I don't want you to say anything. So I can do that. And then, so what I had to learn from that is when I talk to my girlfriends and my girlfriends are telling me their issues or whatever it is, I had to say, do you want me to listen or
Mm.
do you want me to respond and give my
Mm-hmm.
opinion? You tell me what you need from me.
But
Right.
even when you get, even after you give it your opinion, it's still none of your business. Give your
Oh,
opinion and
exactly.
let it go.
I do.
Let it go.
I do.
Like, I mean, and that's our problem. We take on all this stuff that ain't even, we got our own shit to deal with. We do.
Right.
We
And
got our
don't be
own shit.
calling me with the same shit then.
Don't stop answering the phone.
I
If
don't.
every time
I
you
don't.
answer the phone, they gonna tell you. Stop telling. Don't just tell them that, but don't answer the phone. That's you part of the problem too.
Yeah. Yeah. I've learned not to answer.
If they learn that they
Yeah.
can't call you with the mess, they gonna stop it. You gotta teach people how to treat you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta set up boundaries so people don't put you through no mess.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
definitely right.
We
You're right.
can't keep whining and complaining and stuff and still playing a part of it.
So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all believe this quote? Negative people need drama like oxygen. Stay positive and it will take their breath away.
I do.
Yeah. I believe
Yeah,
that.
I find, and I've heard stories from other people about when people come to you with negative stuff, when you steer the conversation another way, eventually they stop coming to you because they realize that you're not the person that they could dish to anymore,
Right.
all that stuff, because you're going to have something positive to say.
Right.
Like I've had people get off the phone quick when, if they tell me something and I'm like, and I see the brighter side of things, right? I don't go down that road with them. I see the brighter side of things. And after a while it's like, nah, bitch, I needed somebody to be negative with me. I needed somebody to feel the same way. I
Right.
needed somebody to be on. But then those people will try to make you feel bad and say, you're not on my side, or you're not you're not understanding where I'm coming from.
I mean,
you know.
friends are not going to be. Look, this is not a popularity contest. It ain't a pageant. It ain't an award ceremony. Ain't nobody looking for none of any of that. So I don't have to be on your side or anything like that. If you ask me my opinion, I just give that and then I'm done with it. Whether you use it, do it, listen, that's not on me. You ask me for my opinion. This is my opinion, and that's it. So I don't. And if I don't agree, I don't agree. I don't have to be on your side.
Yes, my girl is in
Oh
the house.
Lord, let me read what she said, because
it makes me smile every time I see her name.
Wait, what she
I
said?
know. No, hold on. Okay, so first of all, hold on. Sean, hey Sean. Sean said I agree. Shelly said when you don't feed it, it will die. Exactly, Nikki Jules. Okay, Sugar Britches. You know she riding for you, girl. Oh Lord,
She loves Latanya.
She sure does. Exactly, Tiger Eyes.
I love
okay, hold on. She said,
her, but I love her.
No, she said, mind your business, sis. They want a listening ear. You don't have to comment, Trina. Ooh, she put your name in caps.
She know me.
Okay, she said, if someone is too negative, then cross the border, baby. Don't subject yourself to anything that bothers you in any way. Freedom includes your space to do and feel what you want. But Trixie, ain't no way in all of Maryland, your ass don't say nothing that is not you. Those aren't your burdens. Stop taking on stress that's not yours. Woo.
So
Dorinda said,
by the way, Trixie is me also. So
yeah,
that's her name for me.
We already know. We
already knew. I knew
I
exactly what she was talking about.
I
Okay,
like that name.
Dorinda said, don't even call me because we discussed this 2 years ago.
Thank you.
Oh my God, yes.
Thank you.
Thing. That's
Thank
another
you.
thing.
We discussed this the week
Why
before.
we still talking about
Guess what? Y'all waste all y'all
over.
energy giving y'all girlfriends advice. They're not going to listen. They're going to do their own thing, especially when it comes to a man.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That's
Stop
true.
wasting your time.
That's true. Hold on. Alan said, hey, Alan, their goal shouldn't be to make you or others feel the way they do about someone else or situation. True. Very true. Very
let me
true.
let me throw a different angle at this. And I had
Okay.
to learn. We talk about, so when it comes to self-esteem or self-sabotage, I found out that I had certain people in my circle that when I was weak, I would turn to them to hype me up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I was starting to sound like the negative Nancy because every time I went through my funk, because I didn't know how to deal with my own self sabotage,
Mm-hmm.
I would have to go to them. And I had to learn that the people that I have a problem with, I was also that person. So I had to change. And I had to, because it's easy. Everybody says, oh, she's so positive and she's never down and stuff. But I
Right.
do have down days
Right.
or whatever. And so I realized that I had to really, 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 really mentally, not just say, oh, I'm just having a good day, like really, really pour into who I am and hold myself accountable to know that I am just as powerful no matter what. And it was hard. And it was hard. And I'm still going through that. But so I know that I probably have some friends who basically thought I was a negative Nancy when it came to
Mm.
myself, because they was like, you already know this. You already know you're Superwoman. Why do we have to tell you? How come it's taking you so long? Why do we have to keep telling you that? You know
Right.
what I mean?
Mm.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I am very, when people come up with these titles, because like when you guys came up with the title last week, and I was like, because I'm all about accountability now. And that means it
Right.
starts with me, and I don't want to basically point fingers of something that I've been or something that I'm working on or whatever, even though to the average person, it seems like, oh, this nothing. She's nothing like that. We all have it in us.
Right. I agree. I agree. I just don't want you to keep talking to me about the same shit. Because I just don't. No,
Stop
I'm
answering
serious.
the phone.
I
Yeah,
do. I
It's
do.
your problem.
I
Stop
have
answering the
learned
phone.
I have learned to stop answering the phone. I have learned to stop answering text messages. Look, my cousin who has more issues than 10 people put together, right? She even had to tell me, she said, I had to stop calling you because you would say, when she would call with something, I say, okay, you know what? Let me call you back. She said, and I know, right.
Mm.
And she said, I know when you say, let me call you back, that we've either had this discussion before, or you don't want to hear it, or you don't want to talk to me in that negative space that I'm in. So she
Yeah.
knows that when I say, I'll call you back, she knows that she owns bullshit. So get over that bullshit and then call me back. So you're right. I'm learning to teach people how to deal with me with this negativity because I just don't want it. I mean, I have so much going on with my business, like you say, in our own lives, that I can't afford anyone else's negative behavior.
Yeah, it's quite draining, and it's draining physically as
It is.
well as mentally as well. It really is because when you care about somebody like that, it could bring you down. It could bring you down too, and it's not even your issue, but
Right.
you will be worried just like them. It's like I don't know.
Right.
Um, what are you speaking about? Because you have your business and everything else like that. One of my girlfriends asked me today about the issue of I don't know. I mean, I guess this could be all the way around, but particularly women and helping each other out in business and why the negativity there. Have you experienced that with trying to partner with other women or?
So no, because here's why. I don't know too many women I can partner with.
Mhm.
So I mean, I'm just being honest.
Right, right,
I
right.
don't know. When it comes to business, I know very few business like-minded people who are
Hmm.
serious and who, want to grow, and they'll talk a talk, but then when it come down to actual implementing it and work and things like that, they just don't, and I don't know why. I have a young girl now who actually I call my niece, and I've known her, oh my God, at least 13 years now, and I've seen her growth. And she's actually doing the sangria,
Okay.
so
Uh-huh.
I'm on her executive board. I'm on, I'm an investor, all of that, because if I see you moving in this direction that you are trying to grow, and I can see your growth, then yeah, I want to partner with you.
Gotcha.
But if you just keep talking,
Yeah.
no.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. Now, what about you, Latanya? Because you're in because I'm sorry, Trina is in a unique space, woman owned in that construction world. It's very far and few between. But you're in the entertainment business space, so you got you have you. But then there are other women that are doing, I don't know, maybe they're doing different things, and all in that same realm. Have you found that partnering with them or them trying to partner with you has it been a negative experience or has it been a positive one? What has that been like, or have you not done that yet?
You
I
haven't
haven't
done it.
done
But I haven't even asked.
Nobody has approached you.
it.
Yeah.
Collabs is one
Collab,
thing.
yeah.
Collabs for projects. That's I'm mostly approached by men. I mean, my world is mostly. I don't deal with a lot of women, and even in my business, most of my life is with men. I mean, um, I have one lady who we just recently started connecting, doing stuff. I love it. Our vibes is just the same. Our vibes are like. I have some women that I'm bringing on my team. My personal assistant was my personal assistant when I was in Maryland. And she's just been loyal ever since. We took a break. She came back and was like, yo, I'm coming hard for you because I want to move to Atlanta and I believe in you and so and so. So she goes hard for me. So, I mean, I don't have anything. I mean, I can talk about some negative stuff, but it's not, we're not working
Yeah, so
together.
you haven't, so it doesn't sound like you did that. Okay, so Shelly said, my opinion in partnering is that there are too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Right, right,
Not all the time, because just like like I said, my niece is doing, my adopted niece is doing this sangria. She's the chief, so we, and it's clear. So we're
right,
just there to support her, and
right.
we know that we're the Indians, and we take our place and we hold our place and our position, regardless of what we're going to invest or anything like that. We know she's the chief, but when you ask Latanya, is she even approached by women? I don't get approached by women to do business.
Yeah.
I don't. I really don't. And just because I'm in construction, people don't know what I did.
Right,
Right,
They
right,
that's
don't know
right,
true.
what I
right,
did.
right, right,
So it's
right.
just like I do not get women approaching me. I don't even get men really approaching me for business,
Right, right, right.
business ventures. I'm trying to push another young lady who is the bomb cook to be a chef, but she's a little scared. And I'm like, look, I'll put up the money. I'll put it up. You let me know what you, but she got to get past her fears. So I'm gonna work with her on that. But I went to her. She
Right.
didn't
Yeah.
come to me. I went to her.
And I pour
So
into female businesses all the time. Like, and
Yeah.
I don't need to be the lead. I got my own shit to do with. You know what I mean? But
exactly.
I'm gonna pour in. Period. If you got the heart, oh, let's go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
necessarily had that experience either. Shelly, would you want to elaborate a little bit? Shauna said, but not everyone takes the lesser role. But I think all of that stuff has to be, I would say, I'm not sure if it's a negative thing, but I would say that stuff like that obviously should be discussed up front before you even consider partnering with somebody. Like I literally, this girl reached out to me today on Instagram, and I told her that I am interested. She just said, I forgot what she said, but I told her that it would be nice to get a circle of women together that are doing different things to see how we can support one another. I don't know if that necessarily means collab, right?
Right.
Because if you
Right.
do different businesses, you do makeup, and this one do that. I don't know how all of that works, but we definitely can support one another and
Accountability
discuss how you
partners.
can support,
Right.
huh?
Accountability partners too.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
accountability
agree.
part and or how you can support each other.
So
So
you know
okay.
who
You know what's interesting?
my accountability partners, my partners in business in my company, my executive assistant, the people who support me the most, other than my family and my father, of course, are white.
Mm.
And I'm just being honest.
I've seen that
Maya.
happen.
I'm
I,
just being
I
very
can see
honest,
that.
you
I can
know.
see that.
So and all of their contacts are white. And I don't have a problem with that, but I'm a black businesswoman,
Right.
a small black owned business. So I want some small business people, black people,
Right.
on
Right.
my team.
Right.
Whether you
Right.
my CPA, whether you my accountant, whether
Right.
you my
Right.
I buy parts from you,
Right.
whatever you do that I can partner
Support.
with you.
We could partner together. Right.
Right. But I just don't find people just don't support me like that. They
You
just
know
don't.
what's interesting? I have a part of my business is that I do strategy calls where so people call me and they have an hour with me to talk about anything they want related to their business. I have so many strangers of black females that I've never seen, that I don't know where they came from or whatever, that reach out and do that. And it's so freaking amazing because we get to talk about their business, and that's all we focus on, and there's no commitment, there's nothing after that hour. They can call back, they can schedule another appointment, and they do down the road, but I'm not committed to them, they're not committed
Right.
to me, but
Right.
we just built their business, and it's amazing and it's powerful.
I was at a meeting yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't know. But anyway, I was at a meeting on this the bathroom we're doing out at the university. And so they were like, "Hey, you're doing real good over here. We want you to look at this other project over here." I was like, "Okay, fine." So I called a guy and I'm like, "Okay, meet me over here." So we get there. First of all, just like Nikki said, a black woman in construction, that's it's a
Odd.
little unheard of, so it's far and few in between. So I get there. So the guy that I called on site, he's like, "So you want the price to go through her?" I,
Mm.
I called you. I called
Right.
you to this meeting. So what do you
Right.
So I said, so the person who asked me to bid this job, he said, "Yes, that's how it's going to be. You're going to give the price to her." I didn't say anything at that meeting. I got to the car. When we all got to the car, I said, "Don't worry about the price. You don't
Because I'm
have to
gonna
worry
bring
about the
somebody
price."
else.
Absolutely. And I'm on the phone calling somebody else. He was like, "No, Latrina, I didn't mean that. I don't know what you meant. I know what you said and what I heard."
The power of being the
That's right.
boss.
That's
The
what I
power to
know.
have your own.
Right. But I have even gone to meetings and been the only woman, and they have told my guys who work for me sitting next to me, and I don't never say I'm the boss. I never say any of that.
Right.
They have said, "Go back to your boss and
Ah!
talk to," I swear to you, "Go back to your boss and ask your boss what he can do." And they'll turn around and they be like, "So boss, what could you do?" I'm like, "We'll get back to you." But
I love it. It's
that's what happens in
listen.
my world all the
Okay.
time.
But that's a high. That's amazing. I
Oh
Oh,
love
it
it.
God.
is a high because I just be
Girl.
like, "Call your boss." "Okay, come
What?
on, Shawty.
What?
Come on, Shawty. Come
What?
on with it, Shawty. How this
And they
gonna
be,
work?"
right, and they be looking at you, man. Listen, we gotta have a show about being the fucking boss, like the real boss, not
Yes.
no
Yeah, we
part
will.
time stuff. I'm talking about running your own
But you
business as a
but but
Right.
a,
woman.
but a person who don't know themselves, who don't have that high energy, who ain't confident, who ain't positive, who ain't they would take that as an insult and be, just down in the dumps about that. Me, I'm like, "What?
What? Right,
What you
right,
say, huh?"
right,
You
right,
and I'm 4'11" and
right,
everybody else up here, but I'm like,
right.
"Say it, what? Say what you
Say
want?
it one more
What?"
time. Right.
Right. Say
Okay.
it
So
again.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's go to the comments. All right, Sugar said, chemistry in business is critical. Understanding your role is
Absolutely.
pivotal. You have to know who to deal with on the B side, I think. Shauna said she was agreeing with you. She responded after you said this, Trina. My customer base is mostly
That's
white, and they never question my prices.
that's right.
Okay, so Shelly said, um, I collaborated with someone to start an IT company because both of us are consultants, and I realized quickly that two strong personalities oftentimes can't see eye to eye. We both know the work, but everyone has a vision as to how to run the business. It just didn't mesh. For example, some people want to start big, but others want to start small and build as they learn the biz. Hmm. And
But
Shauna
that
was
probably
shouting
goes
you
back
out,
to
Black Girl Man.
chemistry also. That probably goes back to chemistry. And if you know those roles didn't connect, then you're right. You got to
And
recognize
you
Yeah,
that.
but
gotta talk about that up front too.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
well, that's what she said. She said the vision just wasn't there. Some people
Yeah.
do want to start big and just, because starting big sometimes too. I would think that Shelly, are you talking about like they want to automatically start spending money and all this other stuff like that? They had big dreams, with beer, high taste, champagne taste with beer money, like.
But when I remember when I first started, my business and quit my job, my partner, I'm telling you, he's such a motivator, but I took his motivation and I turned it negative because I looked at it as though he was reprimanding me for everything that I did wrong instead of what it really was pushing me.
Right.
To be better. And I recently, when we went to we meet every month. And when I went to the meeting 2 months ago, I was like, you know what? I need to apologize to you. I need to apologize to you for calling your pushing something that it wasn't.
Right.
I really thought because you're this multimillionaire and I'm just like this little small person in this little small business that you were talking down to me and looking down to me and saying but really what it was, you knew the potential when I didn't see the potential in myself.
Right.
When I didn't see the potential in myself, you pushed me and you motivated me and and I viewed it as something else.
So does, but a lot of negative people that we talk about that we hold on to, they're the same way too. Like they can't deal with certain type of people because you're trying to help them, but they look at the negative. So I stop wasting my time. Like, never mind.
That's a very
I
good
had to
point.
apologize. I literally had to apologize, and he was like, "I knew you had it." He said, "I have chased you longer than I chased my wife. I didn't chase you for 12 years. I wasn't letting go." He said, "I knew what you could do." He said, "But you just couldn't see it."
Hey, Alani, all the way from Brooklyn. Okay, Shelly said huge contracts with the feds, but I was saying we have to build past performance. Fed contracts are hit or miss. That's true. Your name is everything, and I felt like grab a small contract with a few seats and wow them and grow from there. In other words, be a subcontractor before trying to be prime. That's actually the way to go. I agree with that, Shelly.
The only way to go.
Yeah, I need to talk to you too. Look at that. Look, we collabing now.
Right, because I deal with federal, so I need to talk to you. And I do prime and sub. First of all, I take any money, whether I'm the prime or the sub. Don't make a difference. If I can help you, then I'm doing it. If I can get on your contract, I don't care whether I'm the prime or the sub.
Yeah.
So I need to talk to you and see what you do.
Yeah. All right, Shelly. Are you laughing? Yeah.
She does IT. She just said it.
She does. She does IT. Okay. Yeah. Well, I still
but you know what though, and I do project management and all that stuff, and all of that stuff. There's always those contracts that got those little bit of stuff.
It crosses over because some contracts may need IT. I do project management, superintendent. I mean, I do it all. We install from elevators to bathrooms to. Girl,
she said cybersecurity. So guess what? That shoot, it's all there.
I may come across a contract that needs that she may not know about, and I could hit her up and be like, "Hey, reach out to so and so." I'm telling you, we got to open our mouth and talk and communicate and get to know each other first. Of all, because there's enough money out here for everybody.
That's
to
right.
Be millionaires.
That's right.
But we got to work together. We just have to work together, and I just don't find that Black women tend to do that. I mean, I'm just saying from personal experience. I'm not saying
I am going to put this out there. I posted a few things on my page recently, and I even shared something with you, Trina, recently, because I believe that one of the I believe this is one of the reasons. But Kamala being in office and everything that happened with Black Lives Matter and George Floyd and stuff like that, these companies are throwing money at Black women-owned businesses, and they throwing the money and they're putting it out there. And guess what? You got to be quick on the draw to submit for it. You got to be in the game. I get emails. I was on a Zoom call today. Chase Bank is doing stuff with Black women. All of that stuff.
Nikki inboxed me yesterday. This is no lie, right? And you tell me if I'm lying. She inboxed me yesterday and she didn't say anything. She just sent it in the inbox on Instagram about Visa. Visa was giving $10,000 away to minority. I was like, thank you. I went right, filled out that application, sent it back to her, done. She was like, well, damn. I said, let me tell you something about me. Let me tell you something about me. When you talk about free money, I'm all on that.
Right. Right.
I am all. And then if you give it to me again, I gotta do it right then, or it falls down, too far down. So,
Right. Yeah, of
but and
course.
I say I thank you for because I didn't know about that. So
Hey, Rondell said, "Hey, I have a drywall company, Latrina. Can I get down?"
well, actually, yeah, because we do drywall. We do, so everything I do, I subcontract out most of everything. So Rondell, I need to talk to you too. I just have all the certifications. So but I need to talk to you too. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just trying to get to push people since somebody pushed me, one being my son, another being my partner. I'm just trying to push people to do what they want to do, but
Right.
are afraid to do. So I just share my experiences, with them. But it's so much money out here, it don't make sense. Man, it's so much money. So,
Exactly. Oh, wow, we down to 5 minutes.
oh, that was good. But
Woo!
Nikki, I also find that, talking about business for some reason, and my niece is having this problem with her sangria, people don't want to help her because they feel like she's competition. So
Yeah.
they don't, it's so much money out here for everybody that I don't even view people like when you call me and be like, look, how did you do blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hey, this is what I did. AB. I'm just trying to help my sister.
Right.
I just don't view anything as you trying to get mine. No, it's out here for all of us.
He says y'all are doing different things too, anyways. And so it doesn't even.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
so close-minded.
man. My
So
niece is having
close-minded.
a heck of a time getting this sangria, really off the ground, and she calling people that have already made it who want to charge her to talk to them. I'm like, what? This is just
Oh
crazy
yeah,
to
yeah.
me.
I've had those people. I've had those
Is that
people.
wrong?
Well, consultation fee, it depends. I mean,
On
the
what?
reality of it is, your time is money. But if I guess, I don't know. I mean, that's, we're gonna save that.
Right.
Yeah,
Let me
Is
write
it
that down
wrong?
because
yeah.
Right.
that's a
That's a
good
good
Is
thing
it
talk.
to talk
wrong?
about.
Your
But
business is
I'm
business.
not saying it's wrong and it is business and everybody got to make money. But if I see these people out here trying to do it, I'm giving it to you.
Okay, so it's Women International Women Month or Women
Yes.
Month. We need this one of these shows have to be about women in business. We got a
Right.
whole month,
Okay.
but we're
Sure.
going to
Right.
talk about that part
Right.
that you just mentioned, Latanya, because that's a good question. That's a very good
It
question.
is. It
Right.
is.
Should you be charging
Listen.
your friend?
Listen. I
Blah
charge.
blah
Listen. I charge.
So this
I
is the
work
thing.
hard for my own
Yeah,
business. I
let's have a
charge.
show about that because I
Yeah.
just feel like I'm giving back. Somebody gave it to me. I'm giving it to you. I'm just passing it on. So I mean, I don't know. So, but yeah, let's do
Okay,
a
so
show about that.
Lisa said, at what point do you give back in order to reap?
That's yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And Rondell said consultation is a business, but it won't hurt to help.
I
Right.
agree. I
Okay.
agree.
All right. So we are going to talk about that this month. So
We
stay
are.
tuned for that. Women-owned businesses. If you're listening, get online with us at that
Yep.
point. We'll make the
Yep.
announcement when we're going to talk about that. So with 2 minutes to go, what are we talking about next week?
We are talking about adult bullying.
Woo!
Yeah, we're talking about adult bullying. Oh Lord, yeah. We are talking about that, and that kind of. So I'm the one who kind of wanted to talk about that, and I just we had some family things going on this week, and adult bullying. We felt like that was happening, so I just feel like we need to talk about that. So.
Mm-hmm. So, without further ado, first of all, we'd like to thank you all for listening this evening
Yes.
with us. You could be, hopefully you're out on your decks or
Oh my
porches,
God.
whatever you're doing, enjoying
It's
some of this
gorgeous.
warm weather, listening
Yes.
to us. It was a
Beautiful.
beautiful day. It
Yes.
was a beautiful day. So, I'll leave you with this. If you can avoid it, try to stay positive. Keep that negative energy away from you. It will give you wrinkles.
And you'll need Botox.
That's right.
You'll need
The
Botox.
Botox.
Thank you, Shelly. Thanks, Alani.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we bid you farewell and good night, and we'll see you next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Good night.
See y'all.
Bye.